Good afternoon, and welcome to Vision 2018, China Daily's special coverage of the two sessions. I'm Ian.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Charlie, live from the Great Hall of the People. Each day on the show, we'll be investigating a key issue in depth and examining the day's events to make sense of the decisions that will directly affect the nation.
As well as reviewing last year's plan, pressing issues for the country will be discussed during the two sessions, along with implementing new policies and delivering reports on the goals for the coming year.
Some of the biggest talking points last year included improving rural health care, going greener, and revitalizing state-owned enterprises. Although we will revisit some of these topics, we will also be looking at newer areas of interest that are reshaping China.
Today's subject is the uniquely Chinese method of infrastructure development, where material and human resources are marshaled to build or renovate essential structures at an unbelievably fast pace. This phenomenon, which looks almost miraculous to outsiders, has been called China Speed. One recent example made waves on the internet. Footage of 1,500 Fujian workers fully upgrading a railway station in fewer than 9 hours attracted interest from awestruck spectators across the planet.
This wasn't the first time a rapidly completed project got the world's attention. A time-lapse video of a 57-story skyscraper built over 19 days in Hunan province went viral in 2015. And in 2017, the 8-hour demolition of a Nanchang overpass made global headlines.
But China Speed isn't limited to smaller scale endeavors. Massive infrastructure plans have been fulfilled over the last 5 years, creating faster and more efficient methods of transport for millions of people. Since 2013, the total length of high-speed railway track in China has grown exponentially, from 9,000 to 25,000 kilometers. This accounts for around 2/3 of the world's total. Vehicle expressways have seen similar change, with 2013's 96,000 kilometers of road turning to 136,000.
Is this a magic trick or scientific experiment? Well, it's maybe a bit of both. All aboard a high-speed train hurtling across the Chinese landscape at speeds up to 300 kilometers an hour. During this 9-minute video, the coin kept its balance, prompting a surge in online viewers worldwide. Some took to performing similar experiments on high-speed trains in their own countries, with varying levels of success. Although the Japanese high-speed train is also great, do you think that it is the safest, or Shinkansen is the fastest? Think again. Chinese high-speed rail, or CRH, stands out in front, commanding the top 6 places in world speed rankings and some 60% of global high-speed track mileage. The Beijing to Shanghai high-speed train has even clocked in speeds up to 480 kilometers an hour. That's about 300 miles an hour. And with this high speed, the time to travel from New York to Washington could be shortened from the original 3 hours and 50 minutes to 53.5 minutes. In 2017, the Renaissance EMU train achieved an average 350 km/h journey between Beijing and Shanghai. That kind of speed would get you from London to Edinburgh in less than 2 hours, but the price is just a mere 20 pounds or so. In fact, China sells the cheapest high-speed train tickets in the world, which means if a Londoner gets on a Chinese high-speed train on Friday after work, it will be very easy to travel to Edinburgh and enjoy the most authentic Scotch whiskey there. High-speed rail changes life. That is why China keeps building it. Since high-speed rail debuted in China with the Beijing to Tianjin link in 2008, China has built 4 east-to-west high-speed lines across the country and 4 north-to-south routes. Along with its extensive high-speed rail networks, China has been transformed into a vast, economically connected transportation network. Departing from Beijing in the morning, you can go to Shanghai to have a meeting and arrive in Hangzhou in the afternoon to enjoy beautiful scenery and eat local delicious sweet and sour fish near the West Lake. At night, you can return to Beijing at 10 p.m. right on time. It is easy to shuttle between 3 cities in just one day. Nowadays, there are many young people choosing to live a twin's life, living in a quiet city while working in a bustling city. The transportation time is only an hour, while the cost is as low as $16. Different from other countries, high-speed rail construction in China receives government subsidies and support. It has also been constantly upgraded in the past 5 years. As high-speed rail increases the flow of economic and trade exchanges, it also facilitates the mobility of population and enterprises, allowing smaller cities to develop alongside major metropolises. As you know that in comparison to other forms of transportation, high-speed rail means reductions in noise, pollution, and energy consumption. Therefore, China can protect the environment with its best efforts, while still pursuing fast economic development. There are so many benefits about high-speed rail. No wonder that China has never stopped with its upgrades. In the past 5 years, under the leadership of Chinese President Xi Jinping, China is no longer satisfied with just having high-speed rail and its national system. The country continues to strive for a faster, safer, and cheaper high-speed train. On August 30th, 2017, China announced the development of flying train capable of traveling at up to 4,000 kilometers an hour, which will achieve low-altitude flight and float. If the train is launched with its speed 5 times faster than an existing civilian aircraft, it could transform the world's travel mode. Just imagine the picture. You close your eyes as soon as you get on the train. After taking a quick nap and waking up, congrats! Welcome to China.
Perhaps the biggest symbol of China's commitment to enormous transportation upgrades is the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, scheduled to be open this year. Our correspondent Charlie Clarkson is at the Great Hall of the People, has more.
Thank you. And yes, the bridge is expected to be opened to traffic this July after construction was completed last December. One of the largest structures of its kind ever built, the bridge includes an undersea tunnel and will cut the lengthy commute between the 2 special administrative regions from 3 hours to around a half hour, an incredible reduction. But there's more to the bridge than saving travel time. Creating a direct route from Hong Kong to Macau and Zhuhai furthers interconnectivity, consolidating the Greater Bay Area as an integrated region of the country and allowing for easier, faster development of the area. Cooperation between the mainland, Hong Kong and Macau led to the bridge's successful operation, and the result is convenience all can enjoy. Back to you.
Thank you. That was Charlie at the Great Hall of the People. Charlie actually brings up an interesting point, the idea of infrastructure as the driver of development.
That's true, and it holds a great deal of importance for poverty reduction and rural revitalization. This year's plans, as laid out in the government work report, include building or upgrading 200,000 kilometers of rural roads and improving the infrastructure for power and water supply, as well as information technology. Achieving these goals will require precise use of resources, and it's likely we will see even more instances of China's speed in action as these ambitious targets are fulfilled.
Work in rural areas has been made a high priority for the Chinese government, and the coordinated development strategy will bolster infrastructure in all sectors, bringing rural areas up to par while rebuilding urban sectors and narrowing the gap between town and country. This holistic method can succeed with the kind of organization and efficiency China Speed provides. As President Xi Jinping pointed out in his political report to the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, the principal contradiction facing Chinese society is now one between, quote, unbalanced and inadequate development and the people's ever-growing needs for a better life.
While this means kick-starting the rural economy with structural reforms, it also means continuing improvements everywhere, even in the most developed parts of the country. For another perspective on this approach, let's check back with our correspondent Charlie Clarkson at the Great Hall of People. Charlie, you've been in Beijing for over a year now. What kinds of changes have you seen in your time here?
Well, Beijing is a city that is constantly undergoing improvement and change. Everything from new restaurants and shopping centres to hotels and businesses seem to appear and disappear overnight. And given the speed at which China operates, overnight is probably not an overstatement. But Beijing is also planning to complete the construction of a new airport south of the city by the end of 2019. Tipped to be the world's largest airport, it will be serviced by a newly constructed railway line that will also connect the city to Xiong'an. The new railway line is currently scheduled to begin operation in September 2019, 1 month before the airport is set to open, and just 18 months away. With the ongoing development of the Xiong'an new area, waves of transformation are beginning to ripple through Hebei. Enveloping Beijing and neighbouring Tianjin, Hebei's industrial strength and resources make the region an ideal hub for economic rebalance and job redistribution. I'm going to meet with one local villager in Baiyangdian to find out what kind of impacts the Jinjingji economic triangle are bringing into his life. So your village is going to be part of this new area that's being developed here in Hebei. How does that make you feel?
听上去其实是建好了以后，人们大伙都心情好了，人们都辛苦了，将来以后我的子女嘛想买卖做到北京，做到天津，买卖是越做越好。
Transportation is crucial for connectivity between the three regions. I've come to Baiyangdian train station to speak to the operations chief about how Jinjingji coordination is changing the transport industry. So what kind of role do you think transport has played in the coordination of Jinjingji?
中国这个高铁迅猛的发展，可以说是给旅客的出行带来了极大的方便。白洋淀车站呢，我觉着就是一个非常有代表性的代表这个京津冀协同发展。这个车站从2015年12月28日开通以来，可以说 把这个河北、天津、保定这一块连接的非常的方便，旅客的出行到白洋淀景区旅游啊，雄安雄溪成立以后，对这个群众的往来非常的方便，压缩了这个河北、北京、天津他们之间旅行的速度啊，旅行的时间极大的压缩了这个旅行时间，方便了周围群众的出行，包括经济贸易的往来，是吧？旅游参观，这个在旅客这个乘车上头提供了很大的方便。我想下一步的这个旅游流啊，还有这个我们这个经商的一些客流成分会逐步增加。今年暑期旅游流就是明显的比去年要增加很多，是我们没有预想到的，客流成分是客流量是迅猛的增长。
So it's safe to say China's speed is a constant one, and development across the board will continue in every corner of the country. I, for one, am happy to be along for the ride.
That's it for this edition of Vision 2018. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you will continue to watch as we explore more of the issues facing the country throughout the 2 sessions period. And we will see you again soon.